But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. That sounds horrible. Could we get
It also sounds like something that we've talked about before regarding the CTMU, which is the global wipe. It's not precisely scheduled, by the way. You'll notice that in this string of passages, you're not being told when it will happen. And that means that it's to be taken as a warning. When you're told that something bad could eventually happen, but you're not being told when, that's a warning for you to avoid it. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a warning to avoid this. It says in that string of passages that 1,000 years is but a day for the Lord. In other words, God is atemporal. So the warning stands. The warning stands for all time, just as though it were delivered right now. In other words, the warning is temporally invariant. We have to remain alert for this possibility at all times. It's about what we're being warned against, the day of the Lord, which is when corruption has grown so profound and irreversible that God must set things right, and the only way he can do that is with a global wipe, just wiping it all out. It will come as a thief in the night because scoffers, and this is also in this string of passages, and the scoffers refers to atheists, materialists, and irrational skeptics, okay? Servants of mammon and chasers after money, etc. They'll have fooled almost everybody else into believing that this day will never come, that there can't be a global wipe, that everything will just continue the same way it always did. So nobody really needs to shape up and we can do whatever we want, do what thou wilt, and so forth. That will cause most people to be caught unawares. Okay, and they'll be disturbed from their slumbers as though by a thief breaking into their homes in the black of night. Only the faithful are going to see this coming because they've remained aware that they have this warning in mind so they can see it coming. They remain alert and they try to awaken the fools who slumber in order to postpone this eventuality. It's good that they do that because if they don't try to warn those who are still slumbering, then God may find them indistinguishable from the fools and send them to perdition as well. It's our duty, more or less, to try to warn others about this day of the Lord, this global wipe, which is what we're trying to do.
Right. But isn't it just going to happen eventually that the planet will be hit by a asteroid, or our sun will go supernova, or whatever, get sucked into a black hole? Just in the regular perturbations of the universe, isn't this destruction always happening? Isn't it inevitable that there will be a global wipe?
Well, yeah, actuarially, statistically, it's pretty certain that an accident will eventually happen that causes something like a global wipe, like the asteroid came down on the Yucatan Peninsula and extinguished the dinosaurs. And there are other things that have happened in the past. Asteroids are still whizzing by the Earth. They say that a human being probably wouldn't live past 600 years under ordinary circumstances because in 600 years, the odds are almost certain that an accident would have ended his life. So even if we have immortality, even if it's theoretically in principle possible for you to live for eternity, nevertheless, an accident will catch up to you within 600 years on average, unless people, really want to retreat into their little cubby holes or whatever, right? And then we might have to wait for an asteroid or something like this. The universe is a little bit more sensitive. It's not as determined as people think it is. This passage conveys the fact that a global wipe can happen because God wants it to happen, because there's no other way. Literally, the past can be back-engineered to make it happen. That's what this says. We don't want to let it get so bad that God back-engineers this catastrophe in order to wipe the entire place out.